Chapter 19. So you'll come with us? Helena says on Thursday as she and Rachel hurry to their chemistry class. Rachel begins. No ums, Helena says firmly. It's half a day. It is? Half day? Helena repeats. It was on the PA yesterday. In-house meeting for all the lucky teachers. We're dismissed at 1 o'clock, and Mikey's dying to go to the car show. To show off the car. Not to me. To anybody, Rachel. I guess I qualify then. Mikey's new car is a green VW Bug. When Rachel and Helena leave school, it's parked at the curb, and Mikey is draped over the wheel. He beeps out a welcome on the horn. And look who's in the back seat. And look who's in the back seat. And look who's in the back seat. It's Lewis, his knee jackknifed almost to his chin. Hi, Mikey's cousin, Helena says to him. She and Mikey kiss. Rachel slides into the back seat. Hi, she says to Lewis. He raises his right eyebrow and his left hand in greeting. Mikey turns around and gives Rachel his pilot of the future smile. Do you like this car, Rachel? I do. Helena says your father just handed it over to you. He's letting me have it. Under certain conditions. You can guess what they are. Keeping up the grades. She ticks them off on her fingers. No accidents. No beer in the car. No booze in the car of any kind or anywhere else. You forgot paying for the gas and half the insurance, Mikey says. Well, here we go, guys. He guns the engine and pulls away from the curb. They drive around the city for a while, with Mikey demonstrating the way the Bug can whip in and out of traffic. Then Helena says, Mikey, let's go somewhere. I don't want to just drive around like this. It's boring. You quiet ones in the back seat, you agree? We'll go to Indian Falls Park. Mikey takes a U-turn. I don't think that was a very great place to make a U-turn, Helena says. Hey, you're starting to sound like Rachel. Oh, thank you. I take that as a compliment. Helena turns around. You two are quiet. You two are quiet as mouse back there. Are you having a fight? Lewis and Rachel glance at each other. Fight? Fight? Lewis says. Somehow it comes out sounding like yes. Oh, you guys, Helena says. You are the worst. You both like to argue, don't you? Well, I don't want you to fight. You have to make up. Come on. Which one of you is going to start? Are you sorry? Rachel asks Lewis. Why should I be sorry? You know. Oh, that. Yes, that. Well, if it's just that. Did you think it was more than that? Yes, I thought it was more than that. Did you think it was only that? Helena stares suspiciously from one to the other. You two are putting me on, aren't you? Lewis says. Helena, Rachel says reproachfully. Oh, you! Helena leans over the seat and tries to box Rachel around the ear. Help! Helena's on a rampage. Lewis pretends to cower in a corner. What an aggressive wench. We'll have no more of this violence here. What's the matter with him? Mikey says. Helena settles down next to Mikey again. Him and my friend there are a pair of bad actors. In the park, they walk around for a while. Then Mikey says he wants to see the fire tower, and Rachel says she wants to see the falls. So Mikey and Helena go off in one direction, and Lewis and Rachel in another. They go down the long, winding stairs cut into the cliffs. Around a turn, the falls come into view, a long, narrow tumble of white foam over limestone edges. They hang over the fence, watching the water. Lewis clasps Rachel's shoulder and says something. She can barely hear him over the roar of the falls. She turns around to face him. "What?" "Can I?" he yells. "Can we?" And he leans toward her fast. Their lips bump. Their teeth crash. For a moment, Rachel's not quite sure. Then she is. It's a kiss. Lewis pulls back a little. She leans in a little. Their arms go around each other. That little voice in Rachel's head that has something to say about everything is ticking away. This is turning into a good kiss. How do you know that? Your vast experience. His lips are soft. He smells good. She puts her hand on his hair. The little voice comes off for a moment. Check out his eyes. Open or closed? Good, they're closed. Better close yours. She commands the voice to shut up, then goes back to kissing. Walking back up the path, she and Lewis hold hands and look at each other a lot and smile. "How do you feel about it?" Lewis says. "Excellent. How do you feel about me?" "Good." "Just good?" "Very good. Terrific. Terrifically excellent." Lewis drops into his Dr. Roof voice. "Well, now we must go. Excellent feeling for each other. Yes. Let me speak for myself. I have many feelings for you. Many warm, friendly feelings. Yes, I am feeling very feeling. And I am feeling that feeling. Friendly feeling and warm feeling and sexual feeling." "Ah," Rachel says, and they kiss again. This is the way they continue. Walk, talk, stop, kiss, walk, stop again, kiss again. Then Rachel, in a little glow, thinking about how very nice kissing is, look what she's been missing all these years, asks, "Lewis, have you kissed a lot of girls?" "Me? Well, why do you ask?" "I'm just curious," she says, but really it's more than that. To tell the truth, she's ready to be jealous. "So have you?" "What is your definition of a lot?" "My definition is just like your definition." She frowns. The way he's avoiding answering tells her that he has kissed a lot of girls. She doesn't like that. "How many?" she says. "How many what?" "How many girls have you kissed?" Does she really want to know? Yes. Maybe the truth won't be as bad as she's imagining it, which is Lewis standing at the head of a long line of girls, all of them eagerly awaiting their turn to be kissed by him. "Hey," Lewis says in his own voice. "What do you think?" "How do I know? Probably dozens." As soon as she says it, another dismal idea strikes her. Has he been comparing her to the other girls he's kissed? "Not exactly dozens," Lewis says. "Oh, well, what is the figure? 1 dozen?" He shakes his head. "More or less?" Less." 10? Another shake of the head. 8? "Does it matter?" Lewis tries to kiss her. "Wait!" She puts her hand against his chest, holds him off. "Lewis, I don't want to be one of many, thank you very much." Her cheeks are flushed. She's trying to be dignified and sound reasonable, but she knows she's got that look on her face. "Rachel!" Louis makes a grab for her hand and holds it. Who said anything about many? I think 8 definitely qualifies as many. You're the one who said that, Rachel, not me. What do you think you're talking to? Estevez? Tom Cruise? He pulls at his hair. Let's not get crazy here. This is me, Louis. You want to know the dead truth? I'm going to tell you. I've kissed 2 other girls in my life. In my entire lifetime. Oh, Rachel says. 2? 2. Isn't that pathetic? I wasn't going to tell you that. I don't go around boasting about it, you know? He looks unhappy. She can't stand it. He's unhappy because of her. She made him unhappy, asking him her dumb, jealous questions. She moves closer to him, puts her hands around his face, and kisses him. When they return to the car, Helena and Mikey are waiting for them. Where have you 2 been? Talking, says Rachel. Howling at the moon, says Louis.